What's up guys, Johan Carranza here, and today we're taking a look at the La Bella Ian Martin Allison signature string set. Before we continue, let me tell you that La Bella did not sponsor this video. Nobody's paying me, nobody asked me to do this video. I'm just doing it because I want to, and all that you're gonna hear are my own thoughts and opinions. I wanted to buy a set of these strings when they were released, but unfortunately, they sold out pretty much immediately here in Europe, and I couldn't buy them. But the man himself, Ian Martin Allison, came to the rescue and brought me a set from the US, and he gifted them to me. So Ian, thank you again for the set of strings. And I figure, if I'm gonna use them and try them, I would make a video about it for you guys, so you also can check out if you're interested in getting a set. For the video, I made a comparison. I recorded some bass lines with the strings that were previously on the bass, which were a set of Elixir strings, 45 to 100 nickel. They are not new, but they're not dead by any means. And then I recorded the same bass line with the Ian Martin Allison set, so you can A/B how those two sound like. And then I also recorded some just random noodling and talking over, just to give you my impressions. So let's check out the samples and then we're gonna come back. So aside from those examples between the Elixir strings and the La Bella Ian Martin Allison strings, I just wanted to give you a broad, let's say showcase of how these strings sound like. This is the bass straight into my Noble DI, complete flat, also DI straight, nothing done EQ wise. And what I noticed is that right out of the box, the strings feel and sound really, really good. Right? They have a sort of like a slightly broken in tone, but still a lot of clarity. This is with the tone control fully open. And if I dig in pretty hard, you still get some, snap there. Which, according to Ian, stays on for a very, very long time. Now, like I said, this sound like a slightly broken in string, so you don't have those super, let's say, harsh overtones, but they feel also really, really good right out of the package. And this is coming from somebody, me, who has previously played other labella strings, and I put them on the bass and I took them out immediately after because I hated them. This happened with some round wouds, and I also tried the deep talking flats, but a very, very light gauge of those, like I think the lightest gauge, and those were fine. But other strings like have felt way too tight for me. This felt really good. Also, with a pick, sound really cool as well. So, I mean, tone-wise, I think they're really, really cool. Now, they do feel slightly more grabby, let's say, than, of course, the elixirs that I had, which are, of course, fairly smooth, but also a bit more grabby than the nickel round wounds that I have, for example, on my Dingwall basses. It's not massive. It's a very slight difference. They are not like, you know, cheese graters. I can still slide fairly comfortably. It's no pain, but I do feel a teeny tiny bit more grab. Maybe that goes away. According to Ian, they feel a bit tacky in the beginning because there's some beeswax in the wrappings here, which wraps off onto the strings. So maybe that's that. But overall, I mean, really, really comfortable to play. Really, really cool tone. One thing that I do have to slightly get more used to on this bass is that previously the elixirs were 45 to 100, so 45, 65, 80, and 100. And these are 45, 63, 83, and 103. So slightly thicker. I think flexibility-wise, I think these are more flexible. But just getting used to that the E string is a bit thicker, you know, has more diameter than previously. Just something to get used to. On my Dingwalls, my E string is also 105, but I mean the shape of the neck is of course different. So I've had hundreds, like 100 E's on this bass for a really long time, so it's just a matter of getting used to. But I haven't had to adjust anything but a bridge, and everything feels really good. Now, I have to say that I'm pretty positively surprised by these strings because, as I mentioned earlier, I have tried other labella sets before, and to me they were always way too tight, pretty much unplayable for me. Now, I don't have huge hands, I'm not a tall, big person, so when the strings are too tight, they're just straight up uncomfortable. These, on the other hand, felt really good right out of the bat. So I am really curious to see and hear how they develop over time, especially because I usually kill strings extremely fast. And I mean extremely fast. So I'm curious to see how long these last if, for me, I can justify the price tag of them. Tone-wise and feel-wise, I am really digging them. I don't know if I would use them for like a, you know, let's say metal record. I'm not sure. They're still bright enough, so they might work. I need to test with distortion sometime or some drive. I think for the purpose of the video, I think it was good just to show how they sound straight up DI'd. But for all the other genres, pretty much, I think this would probably work. Now, going back to the comparison between the Elixir and the Ian Martin Allison set, which one do you prefer and why? Let me know in the comment section down below. And as always, thank you guys for watching. Let me know what you think in the comments, and don't forget to subscribe and hit the notification bell to stay up to date with the content that's coming to the channel. Catch you guys on the next one. Take care.